Let's see. Now are we live? There we go. Now we're live. Cool. Well, driver POV today because we were a bit light on attendees. We'll see how well this goes. Already starting off with changeable conditions here in qualifying. And B-Tom with the new name, being on PC. Goes to the top of the order. And I'm already rounding the wall. That's a great start.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Alright, well, let's see that talent is not a factor. Crap. We should be live. Are we live? Okay, we are live. Good. Yeah, not sure why this hasn't gone out as a ping, but hopefully we'll have some people start to show up. But, at least getting started. Which is good. Yeah. Yeah, they're just going to keep getting faster at this point. But already off to a blinding start.
I know the team back at the factory have put in a lot of hours getting the car ready for you this weekend, so let's repay them
Right,
with a really
we'll try this
strong
again.
performance. Okay, that's all the checks complete, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I've been looking for a better performance than I did last time in Group 1. When I was at Imola, when I pretty well stank up the show. Turn your line off? I should. It's, you know, F1 is the one game where I can't figure out without line. Like other racing games, I'm fine without line. F1, I don't know if it's just the speed or the extra downforce. It will let me overtake you. Fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could learn it. It would be a mix of the time commitment and kind of not trusting it. Because I think it does come down, I want to say a little bit more to speed. Because, you know, ACC I'm pretty comfortable with without line. As I, you know, go over the track limits on the outlap. Because the rain has stopped, so that's... Or the rain has all but stopped, so that's good. Gotta be careful through there, especially when it's cold like this. But yeah, line is the only assist that I use.
We've dropped to P15.
that would have been almost certainly provisional pole. Still get more laps on the board at least. I'll go back to medium. I mean, really, it's going to come down to just one laps. I do want to go ahead and double check. Should still be live. Yeah, still showing as live, so I don't know what's going on, but it's confusing, but is what it is, I suppose. Take another go at it. Just to get a lap time on the board. Oh yeah, grip is miles better right now.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
Moving on this lap. Don't know how that's not track limits, but I'll take it.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Hey, provisional pole.
This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Hey, I'm on pole. What the hell? I'll take it. Obviously still final runs yet to come, and everybody's going to be on the soft tire. But, hey, I'm on... This is provisional pole P... No, never mind. That was provisional pole POV for a brief moment. Nice lap by Nemi, though. But pretty good lap for, you know, fourth lap on that set. Of course, the temps being lower, tire wear likely to be a little bit lower as well. There is Anthrax Robin, so we at least have one more. But yeah, just, you know, felt it made more sense to drive in this one. But front row, at least provisionally, is pretty good. We'll see how it continues. I should have plenty of time left. I didn't see the 5-minute timer, so I imagine I'm okay there. Because I went out with 12, I did 5 laps, so that should be... The 5-minute timer should be popping up very shortly here. Did drop to P5, though. Yeah, I mean, you know, hoping for some good battles. We are under that 5-minute mark, and plus I'll keep an extra set of softs. So Soa currently top the order. Tristan on a lap definitely looks pretty dialed up right now. A little bit wiggly, is, you know, so a little bit of a commentator's curse going on. Are up to 18 though. Yeah, definitely, only about 16 confirmed. So that's why you'll see me on the grid today. And importantly, not spilling my own beer. But yeah, I mean, at this rate, it's gonna be who gets their lap started last. So I'm bored with Tristan getting into Sector 3. Of course, got to be very precise here. Of course, had 2 snaps of rear end grip, so definitely not a setup that I want to be using in tricky conditions. BXT is serving a quali ban there, so that will be served. And Tristan goes second quick, a 16.051. So right up there with it, just Sector 1 that he's down on. Meanwhile, Sector 3 is where I'm much further down the order on. But hopefully I should be in a good spot to time a lap up. Of course, we're looking at a full dry
Our
race.
best lap so far, 1:17.6.
But currently third row.
Okay, we're
third row
eighth
of
in the
grid.
speed trap, 205.7 miles per hour.
Lurka, all going to jump up the order. Of course, we're waiting on Vanzantino and Robin to get laps on the board. But the track can be very warm. So we'll see if I can go chasing after that 15-1. Not exactly an easy thing to do, as I just realized that B-Tom put a 15-1 on the board. So probably not a lap time I'm going to expect to match here. But again, it's going to be close towards the end. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, very tight. We got 2.5 minutes left. So I will have to go back out. Anthrax, Robin in the... So let's see. Is anybody on the track right now? Riatudo's out on track. Bot's out on track. So, a bunch of people looking to get started. I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure to drop my fuel down.
All set, we're ready to go.
We're going to go ahead and head out. Since quali is just about over, head out behind their teammate of Vanzantino. And gonna move towards the back of the order, which is nice. Already doing the practice pit lane entry, I suppose. So, all to play for, currently 8th. Of course, we'll have Group 2 next week. Try and do the commentary that I can here. Of course, I do have probably about 30 seconds in hand right now, maybe probably closer to 20. Big traffic jam starting to form here. I know Crazy Riatudo behind just set a lap. And yeah, big traffic jam out in front. Good Sector 1. Gotta keep it going, though. Very tight through that first bit. Ah, shit, I forgot to activate DRS, no. On for a pretty solid lap. 16-1, so not awful, but not great. We dropped to 11th there. But it will be Fight Me Now, but on pole. Jamie is on a lap. See if he can do anything about it. He cannot. So Fight Me Now bot on pole. B-Tom second, followed by Nemi Lurka. So very tight between those top four. And from the sound of things in chat, it sounds like there was some chaos behind. There was a whole bunch of, there was a couple of crashes from the look of things. It doesn't look like anybody got a grid penalty though. But 11th on the grid's pretty good. Congrats on Bot for getting that bonus point. But yeah, top four separated by only about a tenth and a half. And then pretty tight further down as well. 3/10 between myself and Etzo. And of course, you got Jamie, Zentino, and another one in there as well. But should be some good racing. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how some of this goes down. That was a pretty clean lap for me. But yeah, apparently B-Tom got a tow, but got a little bit of dirty air in there as well. Of course, we'll have a quick 2-minute break on the grid. So, gonna be waiting on that. But yeah, race strategy, definitely gonna be interesting. I'm actually gonna go... Yeah, we'll go with this. Gotta do that, and then that. Alright. Yeah, just gonna go for a bit more of the undercut here, is more of what I'm expecting. But yeah, got some time here, of course. I'll make it 90 seconds now, since I was messing with my setup. I know Stratton's probably doing the same. Worst comes to worst, I guess, is just a recording, I suppose. Do have a couple of people in chat, so hopefully you will enjoy this one. So, about a minute until we get underway here, until gonna get us set to get underway. But 18 cars on the grid, we were looking at potentially only 16. Let's clash and cause 5 safety cars. My goal is to not cause a safety car like I did at Imola. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the goal is to keep the car pointed in the right direction. Jamie's saying he's mine, so we'll see what happens there. But about 30 seconds now. Gonna crash into your front wing every lap? Okay. Alright. But here we go. Alright. Stay warm here. But outside line at turn 1's pretty nice. We'll see if I can hold position. Goal is to not take anybody out. Goal is to have a fairly comfortable race. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, if I may now, but I think it's going to be going for an overcut here. But that's really the only strategy thing I know. And we're underway. Alright, well, kept my nose clean. Oh, and I'm in the middle. That's Jamie on the outside. And that's a Mercedes round. Didn't see who that was.
Alright, let's focus
But
now
decent
for the
start.
rest of the race.
Hopefully I didn't cause too much of an issue. I was just trying to check up. Getting caught up in the front wing a little bit. But no track limits, so we're good there. Yellow flag's behind. That's a Mercedes again. Cam Ruddy got caught up. I think I saw Stratting somewhere
DRS
back there.
is now available.
But we're tracking well early.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
But tracking in 8th, and just gotta try and pull away now, fall into that rhythm. Because they're gonna fight up ahead, so it's just matter, I think, keeping within range. Not doing anything too stupid. And already pulling well away at Goon Jamie back there in 9th. Yeah, they're starting to pull away ahead of me. A little bit unsurprisingly. But in a good spot here. Did I get within DRS range? I did, so still keeping in the fight. Though at risk of falling away really quickly here, if I don't manage to keep it tight. Which I don't think I have. Actually, no, surprisingly. Keeping that within DRS range.
Come on, let's get that overtake done.
Feeling a little bit of rear slippage. So I almost put it in the wall. As again, certainly hit the wall. But managed to keep it out without significant damage. And yeah, it's that little middle section that I'm not super comfortable with. You can see tire wear already starting to get up there, rear left. Starting to get rather toasty.
Some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
And you're gonna have Nemi with Dan and Tristan hunting me down. Just gotta keep chugging away at this point.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.1 seconds.
So there's another one out of the race. Yeah, just that middle sector where I'm not super confident right now.
Tyre condition.
Take that another one retirement was in the pit lane. But in a pretty good position with tires. So not too much to worry about there. Just starting to get a little bit spread out. Drop that just slightly. Get back on some of the battery, but I think the goal right now is just trying to stick with Riatudo. We're going to be about halfway into stint 1 at the end of this lap. Alright, I think I got the tactic for that slower bit there. At least finding a little bit better momentum on the exit. Trying to keep the revs a bit lower. But oh, and there's a car around. That's Soa in the wall. Safety car deployed.
Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. With the safety car out, this is a good opportunity to pit. We'll be a bit longer than planned on the next tyres, but we can make it work. Just remember, we'll probably lose track position. Copy.
Yeah, and I'm down for this strategy. Got a chance for a free stop. It's a very interesting situation, because you can definitely go medium to the end.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
That's it. It's either... because it's going to be a very interesting spot here. So yeah, Soa going into the wall brings out the safety car. We'll bunch up the pack. So that'll be something important to keep in mind. Of course, gotta respect some of this delta as well. Especially with some of the cars up ahead being in there. But a pretty good start to this race, up 4 spots.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Not even going to gamble with any sort of a drive-through penalty. Looks like everybody going in the
drop
pits.
your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
So everybody into the pits.
Okay, off we go. Back into the race. That was a fantastic
decent
stop.
stop.
Faster than we were expecting.
So still going to come out in 8th. So somebody has stayed out.
You only have to stop once now. One
There's
stop
now
left.
Nemi behind me. The interesting question is who stayed out. Of course, Tristan now has closed up, but taking a look at the race, it's Anthrax Robin who stayed out and taken the lead. then Fight Me Now Bot and B-Tom, who I think jumped Etzo there. Followed by Lurka, Crazy Riatudo, Spinala King, myself, Nemi, and Tristan or Shruz is your top 10. Of course, you got Soa, Vanzantino, Jamie, and Mudev, Ruddy, BXT, and Stratton. Then
this
is
our
your
true
current
position.
order.
We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
But yeah, definitely going to be an interesting spot. Whether it's now a 2-stop for those who have stopped. I think, definitely an interesting choice by Anthrax Robin to stay out. And, I think trying to dispatch of that Alpine quickly is going to be very important. Are you guys running 0-0? No. I mean, you can technically see it from the stream. But I'm running... I mean, yeah, you can check the stream, but I'm running 20-8. And then... minimum rear ride height. So getting a good bit from that. And I'd imagine there's some guys running, probably not all of them running a bit lower. But yeah, I think everybody at this point is showing 2-stop. Fight Me Now Bot and Lurka going to the hard tire again, I think is indicative of the strategy that everybody is expecting. So I'm guessing it's going to be either hard to medium or medium to hard here at the end. Apologies for that concertina effect coming out of AI. That was unintentional. But yeah, a couple of collisions in there. Let's see, Fight Me Now Bot does have a 3-second for track limits warnings, but not a ton of those early on. Definitely was a good chunk. But yeah, a bunch of front wings changed. Ruddy, Mudev, BXT, Stratton, Jamie, Vanzantino, and Soa. All making stops that require front wing changes. So there's been a bit of carnage. We've seen a little bit of it. Hopefully didn't cause any of it. Just trying to, essentially keep my nose out of danger on the opening lap. And importantly, I didn't cause the safety car. So, small benefits. Actually, that Fight Me Now Bot warning reportedly was all 3 in one corner. So I think that's something to keep in mind here. But he was leading rather comfortably. I imagine we will get the safety car in this lap message here. As we are all formed up. Heading into Sector 3. No message yet. Which means I think somebody is still out, trying to catch the field. And it does appear that we're still waiting on a final car to catch the field. Who is... we're waiting on... Okay, so we're waiting on BXT to recatch the pack. He was the Mercedes that went round on the opening lap. I think it'll be interesting to see as well as Anthrax Robin pits. So Anthrax Robin pitting from the lead. So it is going to be cold tires for a lot of the grid. Definitely going to have to be careful of the likes of Nemi behind. He's one of the few drivers out on the medium. Vanzantino as well. A bit further back, you got Ruddy and now Robin, who also probably now going medium to the finish. But certainly an interesting scenario. But tires getting lit up going to be very, very important. Nemi has a ton of pace. I think was very unlucky in qualifying. Where did Nemi start? No, Nemi started 3rd, so he may have gotten caught up in something in the opening lap. So not sure what incident that was. Also now, in between, Spinala King got caught up by a double stack of V-carbs. That's why he's in between myself and Riatudo now. But still in P7. Safety car is officially in this lap. So we'll get underway. As Fight Me Now Bot slowing the pack right down. I imagine he'll leave it pretty late here. It's contact. That's damage on Spinala King due to the concertina effect, which I was a bit concerned about, so I'm holding a little bit further back. I mean, about leaving it very late. Gonna go wide through there, and now he'll take off. Gonna trade positions here.
Okay, clear.
Not fight the man on fresh tires. Especially with mine this cold.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Now Soa behind. Looks like Tristan got caught up. There's my first warning of the race. Tire's coming up to temperature, though. Entire field still pretty tight.
Okay,
Still struggling with that front right.
DRS. DRS is now online.
Trying to pull Zoe away from Vanzantino here a little bit. As Nemi gonna head right past Riatudo, who has a bit of a slide. Spinala King now out. That might be a manual retirement as he went very deep. Not sure if that was due to contact. I just caught a glimpse of it. Sola's on a charge here. Not going to fight him too hard. He's got a lot of pace there. Of course, only behind me due to some front wing damage.
That's us down a place.
Due to really working those rear tires on that first stint. And off he goes into the distance. At this point, he's trying to inch away from Tristan, I think, and keep with Riatudo. A little bit deep there. As there is as another safety car now deployed.
The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the Delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive.
So another
Delta.
safety car. This one by Spinala King getting caught up with something. But I think we stay out this time. I don't think I have a fresh set of hards. I do not, so definitely cannot make the stop now. And this is great for the medium runners. So I imagine we'll see Vanzantino into the pits at least. This would be perfect timing if you have a fresh set of hards.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce
So it
your
looks
pace.
like Vanzantino does. Ruddy dives in, Ezzo dives in, V-Tom dives
Tyre
in.
wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
So we're getting an updated strategy.
Copy that.
I'm not going to go medium soft here. I'm going to stay out on the set of hards. Because I think there is a decent opportunity that we can extend this stint. But yeah, let's see. So we got Spinala King going to soft, surprisingly. Teammate, so yeah, B-Tom, Etzo, Vanzantino, Cam Ruddy, all in beautiful positions going to a fresh set of hards. And then Moodev and Jamie going on a bit of a gamble, going to medium, Stratting as well, going to a fresh set of hards. Spinala King out of the race with a fresh set of softs there. May have been pushing a little bit too hard to run out that safety car. But now we could be in a position where, as unlikely as it is, it's Tristan, that's illegal. I see you. I know you want to be on stream, but you can't do that. Please. I don't want us both to get 10-second penalties here, but BXT's having himself a race. He's up in 8th. I noticed your Alpine. Don't worry. I am in a net 6 right now. There goes Soa into the pits. So Soa, I'd imagine, looking for the medium tire. And I'm very tempted to follow. My only concern right now is how long does the safety car window extend for? Because obviously, pretty low on tire wear right now. I don't think a set of mediums... I think a set of mediums going to the finish would be close. From here, I might be willing to pull the trigger. But I think, Nemi's in a very unfortunate position on those mediums, because he's definitely going to have to stop again. Whether it's to mediums or softs, we will see. But Fight Me Now Bot and Lurka must stop again, so this safety car was at a terrible time for them. But yeah, Nemi, Riatudo, myself, Tristan, BXT, Robin could all go to the finish, in theory. It's just a matter of, is the tire life there? Will the pace be there? Especially with a couple of drivers charging from behind on fresh tires. Let's see, will we get safety car in this lap once again? Still no message yet. Waiting on Goon Jamie's McLaren to catch the field. I mean, and now it's really decision time. If we get another safety car, I think it's a different scenario. But unfortunately, I think I just left it too late. As safety car is in this lap, very late message. So very late there, so decision being made for me. This Fight Me Now Bot forced to leave it super late. And this is going to be chaos.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
As I got on the brakes way too soon there on cold tires. That's my bad.
Okay, clear.
I expected a lot more dirty air there. That was a mistake. But yeah, not Fight Me Now Bot's fault on that one.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
It's yellow flags again. Lap 18 to 23 is my safety car window. The front three already starting to make a break.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Now it's B-Tom, who's had a hell of a restart. He's all the way up to 6th.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Gap to your teammate behind, 4.5 seconds.
Still trying to trace down Ryatsudo. A little bit of understeer there, almost in the wall. Gotta be careful now. Especially with the tire difference. Not within my benefit to be fighting B-Tom. So now it's just a matter of trying to continue to pull away. Not go too deep in the braking zones as well. And hold on to that rear end.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
In a very nice spot right now.
Pit now, pit now.
I am being told to pit. I'm liking these tires. I might stay out. We're at 25%. Pace might be a concern. Continuing to just try and pull away from that Alpine behind. 26 at the start of this lap. 10 to go at the end of this one.
Okay, the safety car is out.
And that's another safety car.
We need to form
and
up
now
and
it's time to box.
pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
So we are in this
Right,
lap.
let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Not sure it was caught up in this one. We got a third safety car. About as good timing as I could get. It will now be fresh mediums to the finish. And we'll still be in a very good position. And hopefully we get a much more calm restart this time around. Of course, again, nobody's fault that that safety car restart went the way it did. I mean, mine a little bit for being super narrow at turn 1 and being really unconfident about my line.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Just trying to make sure that Tristan being a little bit rude there. I don't think that was necessary.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop
So
time.
going for
We're happy with that one.
softs. And we're going to come out with P9.
Look after these tyres now.
So in
and
a
wanna
very
finish
good
the race
position.
in this compound.
Obviously not getting the advantage of the undercut, but on what we can expect will likely be a sprint to the finish. Going to be in a good position on tires. Taking a look, it is B-Tom leading now. Fighting now, but will come out in 4th. I'm not sure. I think it was everybody who was pretty far up. So B-Tom, Cam Ruddy, Etzo didn't pit. I believe Lurka may have stayed out as well. Vanzantino has gone hard, so that'll be something interesting to keep an eye on. And then Soa is still a car behind me. Tristan may have gotten a little bit caught up there, either by a double stack or by needing a front wing change. Not sure entirely what happened there. Apparently we're reporting some sort of an intent wreck. Xanthrax Robin may have been involved in that last safety car incident. A couple of cars on stop 4. Cam Ruddy on stop 3. He's got 15th to 2nd. Hell of a race for the Mercedes. Again, BXT still in a good spot. He's going to be an interesting car to keep an eye on behind, as I believe he's gone back to the harness he started the race on. But certainly an interesting position. Obviously got the pole sitter Fight Me Now bot trying to chase down a couple of other drivers. So is going to be very interesting behind. Depending on the restart that he gets, I might not be able to fight him much. Taking on Crazy Riatudo will be the big thing for me. Semi-broken front wing since the second safety car, according to Shruz. Yeah, just be careful. If you're going to race in the pit lane, just especially when it's that tight, I would not recommend doing that. It worked because, you know, you didn't kill anybody, so it worked, but don't do that. Please. You know, definitely don't want to encourage that, necessarily. But certainly nobody going to be within puncture risk for the rest of the race. Is going to be the big part of this race. But yeah, definitely going to be very interesting, and it's only Soa who's opted for the soft. Jamie on his 5th compounded tire. We got an Alpine coming up to join the pack. That is Anthrax Robin, so we should get back underway this lap, and we do get the safety car message much earlier this time.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tires are up to temperature.
That sort of disconnect, because I saw you get past him.
Timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
But we are getting back to racing speed. As I believe he is on my left, so I can't really do anything. So Soul wants to get past early. As now it's B-Tom leaving us very slow. Super poor timing for me, since I was getting boxed out by Soa, but go anyways.
Okay, clear.
So you got a very good exit there. I'm not going to be able to fight it.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
There's BXT making a move around the outside. He'll get that done. He's got a load of pace. Back of the grid, into the points.
Okay, the stewards have now...
Oh, I was on none that whole time.
DRS is now online.
No wonder I was so slow.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
Sliding back up in front of him, making sure he can't get that done. So still in this fight, but it's going to be close. And he parked it very nicely on the apex there. And round he goes. That's a massive rear lock for Tristan that I almost follow suit with. Doing a little pirouette for the camera. That's warning number 2, so now I've got to be careful. Still in the hunt for points.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
And there's Robin's now climbing back up to 13th. And here comes Mudev looking to make a move. He's now going to run on VXT. Can I make it happen? Not this time. There goes Vanzantino around. It's a big pile-up. And I get caught up in it. So no ghosting on that one.
Understood. Copy that.
So into the pits we'll go. That'll be my race over. Unfortunate there. Just nowhere to go. So we'll throw on some softs. But yeah, just very unfortunate on that one.
Okay, let's go now.
Let's go for the fast lap here at this point.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate.
But very unfortunate. VXT can actually retire from the session, and there's a safety car.
Safety car. No overtaking. Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number
poor timing for me,
positive
with safety car number 4 now coming out. So that's about worst possible scenario
too low, and we're going to risk
on my
a penalty.
end.
Slow your pace immediately.
But I'm at least on a good tire for the end of this race. But you can see everybody going at it in the final couple of laps. There's the potential that somebody stays out and can get lucky, but we're going to keep right to that safety car delta. Try and give myself an opportunity to climb up the field. There's Cam Ruddy retiring from the race. There is the catch safety car queue. Cam Ruddy actually got a pit lane speeding penalty. Yeah, about worst possible scenario for me opting to pit. We'll see if I can beat Stratting out the pits.
Remember to adjust your
racing to turn 1, I'm not
going
to get there.
If you need to.
Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. But has anybody opted to stay out? A good chunk. Tristan stayed out, Vanzantino stayed out, Nemi stayed out, B-Tom and Bot have stayed out. not sure of the penalty count, but I know at least Stratting and Riatudo ahead aren't in the greatest of positions. Got a bunch of people trying to catch a safety car queue. So it'll basically be a 3-lap shootout here. So it might have been a fairly interesting race to commentate. Of course, if I was racing, no guarantee that we would have had any of this. There is the safety car field. So we'll have 2 laps of racing once we get back underway. So we'll take a look at some of the race recap. It is the main starter on second, currently leading. Find me now about though right with him, and with a tire softness advantage. Of course, Nemi's there as well as he started third. Vanzantino's had a hell of a race from 13th all the way up to 4th now. Etzo has slapped on the soft, so he's the highest runner there. He's up in 5th. Then it's Tristan who opted to stay out. He's up in 6th. Of course, had that spin in front of the camera. And then you got Lurka, Anthrax, Robin, Soa, Mudev, Riatudo, Stratting, myself, and Gawoon Jamie all diving into the pits. Of course, I have to keep an eye on Lurka there in 7th on the soft to make a bunch of moves. It basically is now a green-white checkered scenario a la NASCAR.
Okay, let's get ready to go
so
racing.
We'll see how this goes. Of course, B-Tom kept the field rather slow the first go-round. Or at least certainly as it felt slow further down the order. He generally keeps it at right around that 50-mile-an-hour pit lane speed limit clip. You can see Jamie saying hi there in the background. Definitely trying to establish on the racing line here. As, of course, a little bit of a concertina effect. Looks like B-Tom has taken off. He's got a pretty good jump there. Still waiting for all the cars in front to take off. His Mudev caught a little bit napping. So basically fighting over a point here.
Clear.
Gotta leave some room for Jamie down there in turn 1. It was very tight. I didn't think he was going to send it. There's a car deep. That is Anthrax Robin in the wall. So that's Anthrax Robin out. Which we are green-white checkered. From here on, somebody's got damage as well. That's an Alpine. That's Tristan, who's dropping well down the order. That's Gawoon Jamie out of the race behind me. So down to 12 cars still running. We'll save a little bit of ERS here. There's a bit of chaos. We're looking to try and potentially set up a switchback, but nothing coming of it. Looked to be briefly 3 wide. Stratting looking around the outside of a couple of cars. And he and Riatudo will now go side by side. So Vanzantino will pit. You got a drive-through there, so seemed to be some sort of speeding.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
And now we're right back with Riatudo, who we battled this entire race. Hammer that overtake all the way down into that final sector. Finally getting a bit of a run here on Crazy Riatudo. We're going to try to take a look around the outside. As Stratton goes up the inside, I go too deep. I'm in the gravel.
Caution, caution.
It's caution ahead. That's for Etzo, who's gone round. And then it's Fight Me Now Bot who comes out on top. And I think I came across the line in 7th eventually. But absolute carnage at the end of the race. But very not sure what that was. 20-second penalty when you pass the line? I'm still waiting to see the actual end results. And there it is. And that's what it's telling me that B-Tom won this race. So who was the winner? Oh, wait, I think it was because Bot had a 3-second time penalty, which may be appealed. Fight me now about fastest lap. Driver. There is no driver of the day for some reason. So I think we'll just give it to the cleanest driver? I don't know. But yeah, it was Fight Me Now Bot who crossed the line first. But 3-second time penalty did him in there. I ended up 6th somehow. I will check as to why you got that 20-second penalty at the end there. We'll grab Race Director for everybody. But I'm not sure what happened there. Ignoring yellow flags for both you and Stratton, which I imagine should be appealable. But yeah, it was for ignoring yellow flags since it was, yeah, you didn't give it back, I suppose. So 20 seconds may come off of Stratton and Tristan's time, which would put me, I think, yeah, that would put me in 7th. So we'll see how that ends up. But certainly was a very interesting race. We'll go ahead and grab the entirety of the results there. And of course, we'll do a poll since we had the stream there as well. But we'll definitely have to see what the results are after a very interesting race here around Australia. Definitely be sure to tune in for Group 2 tomorrow. And until next time, we'll see you later. Have a good, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, from my perspective, even a 6th there is still pretty good. But yeah, I really don't know what happened there, apart from utter chaos. You know, bunch of spins bringing out safety cars, and just safety cars beget really more safety cars there. Yeah, tons and tons of chaos. You got spins coming to the line. I think you know, somebody got turned on the run to the line as well. But very interesting. You know, had 3 wide briefly in there on the run to the line, and you know, everybody throwing hands all over the grid. And of course, 2 rounds still left to go in this Group 1 season. We'll head to Vegas next week, and then our final round at Brazil. Hopefully going to have full-on commentary for those races. But we'll have to see exactly what happens there. But yeah, now, hopefully you enjoyed either watching this, listening to this, however you chose to enjoy this POV stream. And until next time, we'll see you later.